Hello Pisces, I hope you're all doing great. Thanks for tuning in and all your support of my channel. This is your mid to late April Tarot and Oracle card reading with an emphasis on what the full moon in Scorpio on the 26th might be illuminating for you. And it's a super moon, so this makes it even more powerful and potent in energy, and a full moon in intense water sign Scorpio can stir up your emotional body somewhat, but also heighten your intuitive abilities. And it could also be a very transformative time for us, a full moon in Scorpio or supermoon, because they're ruled by Pluto and Mars, planets of deep change and transformation, fiery energy. So you have the full moon happening in your 9th house, expansive 9th house, which is all about travel and adventure and learning and culture and philosophy. So the 9th house can be lucky energy because it's ruled by Jupiter, and with this energy you might get the urge to do some last minute travel, or take a last minute trip, or take up a course on something you've wanting to be learning more about, like a new hobby or something like that as well. And with this expansive 9th house energy, you might just be seeing things from quite a different perspective, maybe a more philosophical perspective. So get started with your reading, Pisces, and starting off with the Goddess Dream Oracle deck. And I always list all the decks that I use in a description box down below if you want to find out more about any of them. And you have Free Spirit, which is very appropriate for full moon in your expansive 9th house of adventure. Be your own person. And you have the World here, so you could get a chance to travel, go on a trip, somewhere that you've been wanting to go for quite some time now. But of course we've all been in isolation because of the pandemic and not allowed to travel. So now everything's opening up again. They've got a vaccine for the virus. We're all allowed out again. We're all going to be let loose again. So, and you are known as the free spirit of the zodiac, Pisces, as well. And you've usually got a very open mind, a very open view of things, and you're usually very open to new ideas and philosophies on life, and just daring to be your own unique self there. And then you have Bravery, number 5. Explore your inner wild places. Well, that ties in well. That ties in well with the Free Spirit card. And with a full moon, we see the full moon in the picture, or supermoon. This is one of only 2 supermoons we're having this year. And a supermoon means that the moon is closer to the earth than than normal, or the closest to the Earth that it's able to come in its orbit. So it has a stronger pull on our emotions and our intuition and psychic abilities and deep inner knowing, all that sort of thing. And this for me is like the High Priestess, which is your card here. And trust in your intuition. And having kindness and compassion and empathy, which Pisces is known for. And the purity of the white unicorn. Purity of thought. And the bear and the wolf would represent the bravery aspect of it. And you might find with a full moon in Scorpio that you have some strange and intense dreams, and that you're more in tune with your intuition, and may even find that you have some psychic abilities. So lovely energy for you. Going to get you an Ocean Stargates Oracle card. And you have Rebirth. Old worn out ways are leaving you now as you open a new door towards a group of people. This usually is with a spiritual group that will be more fulfilling to your soul. So it's a time of rebirth and transformation for you as well, Pisces. And you could come in contact with a group of like-minded people here. And that can happen with a full moon in your ninth house of learning and philosophy and the sharing of ideas. And you also have the Sun, Venus and Mercury, planet of communication, in your third house of communication. So it really is for you during this Taurus season a time of the sharing of ideas. So you also have arrival. You're awaiting the arrival of a special friend, acquaintance, gift, or even a parcel. It's on its way. That's exciting. So we'll get started with your tarot, and I'm going to get you a True Wisdom card at the end. I'm using a Crystal Power Tarot for these full moon in Scorpio readings. Can we have some guidance for our Pisces, please, for mid to late. Oh, that happened. This has only happened for you water signs, where the cards have just fallen out in a big glob. It happened for Cancer and for Scorpio. Just a big lot of cards falling out. So we'll see what they are. You have the Nine of Swords, and Scorpio had the Nine of Swords as well. I trust in the present moment. So this is worrying about something. Something is worrying you when the Nine of Swords comes up. You might be up late at night, not being able to sleep because of the worry, this sort of thing. And with this Swords energy or air energy, it's all about what's going on in the mind. And sometimes we have to accept that there's things in life that we just can't change, and worrying about it is not going to make things any different. But they say not to worry, that everything's going to be okay, to have more trust, more faith in your guides and angels and those watching over you here, Pisces. There's no need to worry. And you have the High Priestess, your card coming out, number 2, Lapis Lazuli. My intuition guides me to the truth. So I'm not surprised to see the High Priestess coming out, because I picked up her energy from this first card you had, Bravery. And exploring your inner world places. And she holds the book of knowledge here with a key. And this has been a recurring theme in the moon, in the readings, for all the signs actually, that some important information, truth or secret or revelation is going to come to light during the time of this supermoon in Scorpio. Especially with the High Priestess, because she's one of the pillar cards in tarot, and the pillar cards in tarot always have a message that information is key to your situation. And trust in your intuition, of course, here. Then you have the Three of Wands, fire energy, garnet. I have the energy I need to realize my goals. So if your plans and hopes and dreams for the future haven't been working out the way that you hope, the Three of Wands is always a great sign that things are going to start coming together for you here, Pisces. You've had the fresh inspiration with the Ace of Wands, and you've done the planning with the Two of Wands, and now the Three of Wands is moving things forward. Your ships are coming in. And with the Three of Wands, you can find that you get more help and support than you normally do from friends and family as well. Things just seem to fall into place. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, Malachite, some earth energy, and we are in Taurus season now. I trust and I am always safe and protected. And that message came out before with the Nine of Swords, the worry card as well, that everything's going to be okay. You can be holding on very tightly to someone or something when the Four of Pentacles comes up. What that is will be different for all of you. Being a general reading, you could be holding on to your money out of fear that you'll run out, or holding on to a person out of fear that you'll lose them, all this sort of thing. It's a need to release your tight hold a little bit. Go with the flow. Trust that everything's going to be okay. Because going through this transformation and rebirth and big changes is not an easy thing. It takes a lot out of us. It can be quite an intense and scary time. And then you have the Emperor, number 4, red jasper. I make empowered choices. So another 4 card. So you've got 2 4s now, 44. And the 4s are all about stability and security and building on solid foundations. And we are in Taurus season now, which is all about these sorts of things, staying grounded and not letting our emotions run away with us, all this sort of thing. And planning and looking to the future. And the Emperor is Aries energy as well. So Aries could be important in your life. Mid to late April. And Aries and the Emperor have a lot of confidence in themselves and their ability to make a success of something. He doesn't doubt his abilities, the Emperor, and he doesn't get to be the Emperor on his own. He gets people to help him. And you did have the 3 of Wands before, where you might find that you get more cooperation from people. It's this same fire energy. You might find that any of the red, meditating with or keeping one in your pocket, any of the red stones might help you get in touch with this empowered energy, or even any of the yellow crystals. So then you have the 8 of Wands. This more lovely fire energy coming in, and the red garnet. I manifest multiple opportunities. So some opportunities are coming in for your Pisces when the 8 of Wands comes out in your reading, and they usually come in quite fast. This is a very fast moving energy, the 8 of Wands. And it's often good news as well. So good news and opportunities. It's fantastic energy. And the 8 of Wands can also be a chance to travel as well. And that theme came up before with the free spirit card. being a free spirit, being yourself, getting out into the world to travel or planning some travel, or an unexpected trip. And I got this message for the other water signs, that you might get the chance to do something that you've been wanting to do for quite some time now, but you haven't been able to because the circumstances haven't been right. But I feel with the Emperor and Eight of Wands, some powerful energy is coming in here to get you back on the right track, or whatever hopes and dreams that you're trying to achieve. You're going to be able to make them a reality here. And I'm going to use the Gateway Oracle to clarify your reading. A couple pop out. And you've got Awaken in Ancient Wisdom. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. And that's been a recurring theme in your reading as well, with the High Priestess here, which is your card. Feeling especially intuitive, and maybe even awakening your inner High Priestess and your inner goddess during the time of the supermoon in Scorpio. Something might come to you in a dream, so maybe keep a dream journal if you have some really vivid dreams. And then you have emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace, which is another card which can mean having trust and faith that everything's going to work out okay, and taking pleasure in the little things in life and going with the flow, and not being in this energy of the Four of Pentacles where you're holding on to something out of fear. Which will block anything good that wants to come in here, and good things want to come in with the Emperor and the Eight of Wands. And the Emperor and these other fiery cards, the Three and the Eight of Wands. The Emperor is ruled by Mars, and his number 4, and you have the Four of Pentacles as well, and you have Mars in your 4th house of home and family. So it could have been something going on at home or in your family that you were worried about with the Nine of Swords here. So there's a lot of synchronicities here. You have the Emperor, who is ruled by Mars. You have Mars in your 4th house, and the Emperor's number 4. And you also have the Four of Pentacles. So there's an important message here to to take back your power in some way, in some sort of situation. And it could be to do with the fourth house of home and family. And you might feel this energy dissipate a bit, because from the 24th of April, Mars is going to move from your fourth house to your fifth house, which is much lighter energy. The fifth house is fun, romance, creativity, children, if you have children. So if you have been having issues with your home or family, you should find them start to ease from the 24th of April when Mars goes into your fifth house, and this is a much lighter aspect, so which is probably represented by the Eight of Wands here, Mars going into your fifth house of fun, romance, opportunities, and children, or the inner child. So your last gateway oracle is revealing radiance, which is appropriate, having just what I told you about the fifth house. My light illuminates the world. So I feel you're taking back your power here, Pisces, in some way, or things are starting to go your way here. You're following your bliss. And this is like the pearl of wisdom here. So I feel that you're wiser for having gone through this experience, whatever that represented for you, with the worry in the Nine of Swords. And finding your inner light, and the High Priestess card is all about the inner light as well. And you had that first card here, explore your inner world places, be a free spirit, don't be stuck in this fear energy, holding on to things out of fear. I'm going to get you a tree wisdom card to finish off your reading. Of course, it's scary for all of us to loosen the grip on trying to control things in our life. It's a lifelong process to overcome this fear. And you have resilience, the cedar tree. When going through change and difficulty, exploring old patterns of doing things can help you move forward. Rewrite your story about overcoming adversity and coping with change. You can do this. Well, that sums up your reading nicely there, Pisces. Rewriting your story. Revealing your radiance, being a free spirit. So I hope you receive some guidance from your mid to late April full moon in Scorpio reading. So If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell all your friends. And I'll be putting the May readings out soon too, so keep a lookout for those. I do 3 readings a month now. I do the general monthly reading, which is quite comprehensive, and then I do a new moon angel reading early in the month, and then I do this one, the mid to late month full moon reading. So just make sure you hit the little notification bell, and then you won't miss out on any of the readings, because I find all the readings often tie in together, the messages. So enjoy the rest of your April, Pisces, and take care. Bye for now.